unless you connect with God, invoke His grace, so that there will be divine intervention to change the course of things. So sadhana is very simple. You don't have to go and sit and struggle in meditation. When you do these things, remember God and offer everything that you do, meditation will happen. At one point, meditation will happen spontaneously. You don't have to sit and study. You have to be aware. Even people who meditate, after they come out of meditation, they have to interact with the world, people, situations. And suppose they get angry for nothing after hours of meditation. What was he doing in meditation? So you see, your worship of God must create a current of peace, harmony with people. This peace and harmony are two sure signs of your progress in spirituality. If you are aggressive, abusive, and mistake people for everything, no matter where you are, how you are not doing your sadhana properly. In the name of God, you are remembering other things. So, this is what Yogi taught us. That just remember God somehow or the other. Even once in a busy day. And Yogi Ram Suratkumar gave us a very great gift. One day he told me, those who chant the name of this beggar, in their last moment of life, this beggar would come and sit by their side, take them by hand. They would not have to suffer. He said, it's my promise to all those who do the work of God, all those who seek God. This beggar will be there, their last moment. They don't have to go through the cruelty of suffering at the time of death. So they have made our lives comfortable, even though they had to live in the open. In fact, when he came to Sudama, the first day at Sudama, we made some chapatis in the morning and gave him, and then we made hot chapatis, gave something in the afternoon, and then again in the night. At the end of the day, that is in the night, he said, Devaki, this is the first time this beggar has taken 3 meals a day. And he laughed, and then we sat and cried. Just couldn't take it. So that is how, he was 77 at that time. They had no good meal. When he had fever, when he had suffered, where was he? Did he have a bed? Did any doctor come and look after him? No. He just had to suffer. Why? So that we would have a comfortable today. So many devotees come and people who come and stay here, they have such comfort. With all these comforts, after giving these comforts to you, he is asking you to remember him. He is asking you to chant his name. So the least we can do is be aware that they have sacrificed their everything for our sake, and the least we have to do is remember them, gratefully. What do you say? So every day of our lives be a very, what shall I say, a very special puja to God. Every day can be turned into a special puja. I don't really mean plucking flowers and then offering them before, because it's very easy. You can pluck flowers, and flowers are not easily available anyway. You can buy them, and then putting at his feet and then chanting a few slokas, very easy. That is the least of the pujas. The true puja is offering your every action, offering your every thought to him, offering your every breath. At least once in the morning and once in the night before you go to bed, you do this offering and see what happens. You cannot escape God because the aim of your life is only to remember Him, to know His glory, to know that He is breathing through you. The very breath, it is He. He is taking the breath in and out, in and out. You have at least to remember Him. And then He also said, I know people suffer because of their past karmas, and because of their past karmas they suffer, but when you see people suffering, you can't just dismiss saying that they are suffering because of their past karma. Why should we help them? Their suffering because of the past karmas will bring them some transformation. It is cleansing for them. But your going and helping them spontaneously will be your transformation. Immediate, spontaneous help to someone who needs it, the selfless act of service is a great puja. So this also, Bhagavan said, whenever somebody needs help, be there. Give it spontaneously, without any strings attached to it, without any expectation. Every time you help somebody without any expectations, you grow 1 inch spiritually. It's better than your meditation. In meditation, you're struggling, you try to reach the current of peace, but here you are applying it. You're applying it to a life situation. So help people as much as you can without any strings attached to it, without any expectation. Remember the name, because remembering the name is remembering the Nami. Remembering the Nama is remembering the Nami. And every time I see every day the tangible presence of Yogi Ram Saraswati. Beams of light, energy, passing here and there, touching everybody. Not only people who chant, people who come and go. In 5 minutes they go around and go, but even they are being touched by it. That's why he said, when you chant the name, you not only help yourself, you are helping this beggar, you are helping this beggar's work. So if you want to do service, you just have to sit in one place and chant the name of God, and you are helping His work, God's work, Father's work. Now if you have any questions, so any questions you can ask.
Chanting and prayer can be done. Chanting and prayer சேர்ந்து பண்ண முடியும். Chanting
இல்ல நமக்கு ஒரு prayer இருக்கிறதுனால தான் சாண்டிங்கே வரும். அது நமக்கு தெரியாது. ஒரு தடவை ப்ரே பண்ணிட்டு you don't have to tell God that you have to tell God, because that is your way of remembering. God, I am doing all this Nama chanting only for this prayer. You can say that. But what if Bhagavan said, after repeated chanting of the name, you don't even have to pray separately, because each Nama releases this pure divine energy inside you and it gets stored. So the minute you want something, it will happen. Like you have a bank, inner bank, where the Nama power is getting stored. The minute you want something, it will spontaneously happen. So Yogiji said you don't have to pray separately. Very chanting of the Nama will begin to run your life with all its details. The Nama will do everything for you. Whatever you ask for, whatever you need, the Nama will give you. And who is this Nama? The Nami himself. Every time you chant the name, you are living in the name, you are living in Nami, you are living in the presence of God. So when you chant with this idea, look, I am chanting, so I am now, this moment, living in the presence of God. And this Nama chanting will become very powerful. You could tangibly feel so many things. When you chant, remember, you are not merely chanting the name, you are living in the Nami. in the presence. Whichever name you chant, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, it's all the same. Yogiram Saratkumar, Namo Bhagavate Ramanaya, whatever name you chant, when you chant the name, you are living in God. This is what Yogiji taught us. This is our experience, the truth. You will be able to feel the tangible presence. And when you begin to realize that all of us are only instruments in God and He alone exists, isn't that Advaita? That is Advaita. You are at once practicing Dvaita and Advaita. It is He in you. Like Krishna says, I gave the curse and I am suffering. So if you have any particular question, you can ask. Yes.
Yogi ji and other saints also who you're saying went through kinds of suffering.
Hardships, yes.
Yes. Why is it that they go through these to release people? Is it kind of the transference of karma? It doesn't.
See that it is God Himself who has designed it so. Wherever great people, Mahatmas live, they not only inspire the good people, they also inspire the bad people. So the negative forces also come alive. And the negative forces assume a new life and they start attacking. It is like, when there is light, you can read Bhagavad Gita, you can also sharpen your knife to kill somebody. Both use the light the same way. The light is only a witness. It helps both. So like that, the divine has put the evil in the world, the divine has put the good also in the world. So the good and the evil both have come from Him. So even He has to suffer to show to the world that every suffering is only... See, Yogiji would not be able to eat 3 days, 4 days, he wouldn't get a morsel of food, not a cup of tea, and he would say, all Father's grace there. This beggar didn't get even a single cup of tea, but it's all Father's grace there. If this beggar got something to eat, it was Father's grace. If he didn't get anything at all to eat, it was still Father's grace there. Father keeps this body the way He likes, and it's the best way for His work. So unless you begin to see everything as grace, you have not progressed spiritually. The first sure sign of progress in spiritual life is to be able to see everything as grace. At least remind yourselves, okay, this is God's prasad. I don't know what grace is in that, but I will know soon enough. That is one sure sign of progress. For them it was living truth. Jai